President Donald Trump says he plans to place 100% tariffs on movies made outside the US, claiming that foreign countries are hurting the American film industry. Trump says these nations offer incentives to attract film productions, which he calls a national security threat. He says the US movie industry is dying a very fast death and wants film made in America again. The announcement was made on Trump's Truth Social account, but it remains unclear how the tariffs will be applied, whether to films made by US studios abroad, streaming platforms, or international cinemas. Meanwhile, King Charles, Queen Camilla, the Prince and Princess of Wales, and the Prime Minister have joined commemorations for the 80th anniversary of victory in Europe, V-Day. A military parade marched to Buckingham Palace ahead of a planned Red Arrows flypast. At midday, Big Ben rang out and Winston Churchill's famous 1945 victory speech was read aloud. 3 generations of royals watched the event, which also remember the late Queen Elizabeth, who was in her 20s on V-Day in 1945. Israeli political commentator Uri Goldberg says growing opposition inside Israel to the war in Gaza could seriously affect Prime Minister Netanyahu's government, especially as tens of thousands of reservists are called up to widen the conflict. Goldberg said many Israelis who usually follow government orders are starting to question the purpose of the war. He explained that for some, the continued fighting no longer seemed tied to security, but it's now viewed as a political move, especially with the talk of occupying Gaza. In Israel, security is typically seen as above politics, but this war is beginning to change that view. And lastly, on global news, Rwanda has confirmed that it is in early discussions with the US about accepting migrants deported under President Donald Trump's immigration policy. Rwandan Foreign Affairs Minister Olivia Nduhungirehe says the talks are ongoing but not new, as Rwanda had a similar deal with the UK before it was dropped by the Labour government last year. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio recently said that the US was looking for countries willing to take in some of the most despicable human beings. Nduhungirehe said Rwanda believes in giving people another chance, but added that it is too early to know the outcome of the US talks. And that's it from the global scene. Rebecca Goffey reporting for BTV News.